Hey everybody, welcome back to part 2 of the master brake cylinder installation on our 84 Camaro. I hope you guys enjoy. So the first thing we wanted to do after getting the master brake cylinder and brake booster off was to make a bracket that would hold the new master cylinder and still have all 4 original bolt holes being used. So we took a piece of 1/8 inch steel, which we use for our roll cage, and we are modifying it to be used as the bracket for the master cylinder. After we get it cut to the basic shape of what it needs to be, we put it on our drill press and began drilling out the holes needed to fit the master cylinder. After getting the main hole for the master cylinder drilled, we work on drilling the 2 holes where the actual bolts are going to go through to hold it in place. Now that we have those 2 holes drilled, we can work on drilling the other 2 holes, which are going to support the bracket as well. Enjoy the slow-mo. For the holes drilled, we're going to hit this on the grinder real quick to get rid of any burrs that are on the edges, make it nice and smooth, and then we're going to test fit it on the Camaro. We're using a welding magnet to hold the master cylinder up against the firewall as we go inside and get the bolts connected. Now that we have it all mocked up, we can go through and remove our old bracket that held our line lock in place, because we're going to be changing the orientation of it. We're also going to go through and change the proportioning valve as where that's located. Right now it's located right next to the shock tower, and we're going to be moving it so that it is directly below the master cylinder. With the proportioning valve removed, we can now go through and we can coil up the brake lines like they're supposed to be. You may have noticed that we had to remove the entire steering column to give us more room to work with the brake lines. We also had to do it because under the dash we couldn't get to the top bolts to put the nuts on. Now that we have our mounting plates all painted up and ready to go, we can go inside and actually hook up the bolts and the nuts for the final tight down. Now that that's done, we can go through and start connecting up the lines from the proportioning valve and the master cylinder up to our line lock. The line lock allows us to lock the front tires of the car by using a push button, making it easy to do burnouts. Now that we have the line lock hooked up to the master cylinder, we can work on routing the outgoing line from the line lock to the proportioning valve, which will then send the brake fluid to the two front tires. Now topping off the master cylinder with some brake fluid, and the project is complete. All we have left to do now is to breathe the front and rear brakes. And here it looks. Custom plate that we had to make for it, new master cylinder, proportioning valve, and our line lock all hooked up and ready to go. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was quite a project getting the new master cylinder put in place. Feel free to like and subscribe and check out some of these other cool videos that I got done already. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.